can feel everything firing all the way down here. That would be in the gym, a huge, what, $2,000 machine to get your lats to fire like that. Now when you do it though, now pull in your belly and pee in the snow and engage that even deeper. And you've got this crazy isometric thing going on here. How deep can you make it go? Turn around for a second.
Is it back this way?
Well, turn around, let's just see what you can see. Again, human anatomy. I want you to see how low can you make it go.
Oh, yeah.
How low can you fire it?
Wow.
No, less elbows. Less elbows, put your brain right here. Come on, squeeze, all the way down. Still wanting to do elbows. I want you to do less elbows and more left. In fact, don't move your arms at all.
It's too hard.
But basically, you're firing the sheath of your muscles back here in a product that you're holding in your hands. I love that. Thank you for the review.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing I like about this is how fast you can move from one thing to another. You know, you just have to set up a band in the door with the top, then detach, go here. You know, you're just moving from one thing to the other.
You know, that's a great point that I didn't really focus on because a lot of those door exercises are all about moving the direction. I want to go down low, I just go down low. In fact, do that for me. Thumbs in, point your fingers, and just squeeze your, again, scapula. Back, back. Don't let it sag. Feel that in the back? Very different. Straighten your arms. The more you straighten your arms, the different this will feel. Yeah, I'm going to come up a little higher. So you guys all really well trained. You know exactly what you're doing, where you're feeling it.
The thing I like about this too is a lot of times, again, pathological limb, patients don't want to move it, it's sore. So you can get a workout just by moving your shoulder through 5 degrees of range of motion.
By the way, don't overdo that one.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes, that's
As
exactly.
opposed to some sort of a, you know, full range of motion about the shoulder.
Right.
To get exercise in.
Exactly. So one way, the bear hug, 2 fingers in, you just kind of gently spin to me. Just get it. I usually start people this way. Just get used to it and don't let it sag. Then I'll put their thumbs in and I'll have them straighten their arms. At that point, they'll feel it. I also do something interesting. I count from 10 to 1 for people. Because normally our sets are 8, whatever they are. I like the philosophy of 1 when you can. And 10 is not a musical number, but it is a time number. You just did 10 seconds. I do that 6 times and I'll tell somebody you only just did 1 minute and they're like, oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So that's why, and I'll go from 10 to 1 so they know when the 1 is coming because it's so intense. There's an end to it. I don't like when somebody does a 1, 2, 3. I don't know where you're going to go. You could do 50. I want to know at 10, I'm done at 1. I can do those last 2. Okay, so a couple of other fun positions for spin gym. Spin gym punches. This one feels really good. Again, you're going to lock it down here, and you're going to punch 45 degrees. And when you punch, everybody punch. Let me just see what I can. Okay, good. No sagging. Nice. And you're going to punch as though you're going to hit somebody. So the hand goes that. And punch. Now, move your hand to the opposite shoulder. Yes, you get a better range of motion. Now, punching is this fist. Yeah, like you're actually going to beat the out of somebody. The more you do that, there's a great level of de-stressing. Now, something we found, you don't happen to have a pad, like a kickboxer's pad, do you? I found something really phenomenal. What do you have?
Foam roller.
Yeah, foam roller.
All right, let me try. Let me show something. It's just kind of crazy. So, I was in a kickboxing studio for the first time. I've been doing this for a while. Now, here's the crazy thing. You can do this nicely, or you can do this like you want to do it as hard as you can. And you may, in fact, break the rope, but every once in a while, it just feels really good. Nice to get a little aggression out. Now, here's a crazy thing. When you hit an object, do me a favor. Get in your punching position, and I want you to punch. So punch it. You can punch hard. Punch, like you mean it. And then we'll come back. All right, well, there you go.
I'll punch it too.
Well, you know what, actually, here's the thing. This particular one is my old style model. We don't do this anymore. We don't. This is why these are training ones. We no longer have the holes drilled on this side. The new ones are tied. I think you have a new one. Let me see. Your new ones are tied on both sides.
Oh, right.
Because what happens, we found, is that the winding right here, the metal, feel this metal. It just cuts right through it. So we don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Now, the last part of the class, I will show you how to restring them. Really important, you know how to restring it. If you see any fraying when somebody starts, restring it. Cords are very inexpensive. So, do it again. And focus on the hitting part. Good. Punch. Go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now stop and do me a favor. Now punch. I gotta tell you something. Your punch, it's unbelievable what happens. Because all of a sudden, and I should have had you test your punch before.
Right.
But the power of it, because you don't have, it's kind of getting off a ship and you're like a little wobbly and then also you're walking. When you punch, because we were doing this kickboxing wise, I got punched across the room. We were literally kind of punching, we did this, then it was like, bam! I'm like, oh my God, what just changed? So the concept of having this force that you're dealing with, and then you take it away and have no force, what a phenomenal, I don't know what you would use that, but in fighting, oh my gosh.
Well, and for the pathological population, I think it's good for, it helps to develop proprioceptive kinesthetic awareness. So for instance, when you hold this up, when I punch this like this,
Right.
versus when I'm using my core to punch,
Right.
okay, I have a better perception of where my hand, my arm is in space. So proprioception or kinesthetic awareness.
Right.
Okay. Without that, it's hard. It's hard to judge where maybe the end of that is, or my power.